How do you write a college paper? Are you the type of person who has anxiety in writing a paper?
Do you get distracted?
Do you wait until 2 a.m. the night before the paper is due?
Do you have trouble focusing on your paper?
Well, we can help.
So how do you develop a point in your essay? Know where you stand on your essay. Are you supporting your topic or going against it by arguing? One of the ways to write an essay is to support your opinion on a topic by bringing evidence to your essay. Make sure to connect your thesis to your topic and evidences so that it can project your ideas and opinions to the reader. It also needs to project your essay's stance overall because the thesis has the main topic about the overall essay. Sometimes make sure your thesis doesn't go into great details about your essay because that's where your topic sentences come in. When you want to develop a point, it has to connect to your thesis or subtopic because that's the point of your essay. One of the ways to build your paragraphs is to use the abstract ladder, which will be explained later on. When you develop a point, keep in mind that when you are trying to write your essay, you want to explain your analysis on the subject. Once you make an analysis on the topics, it creates the evidence and explanation on your stance on the topic. When you're paragraphing, sometimes people tend to do this broadly or too specifically. You want to be in the middle of the spectrum regarding your details concerning your essay. Paragraphing is summarizing your analysis and other topics, like a background story, because it introduces a bit of your essay to the reader. Paragraphing also provides a place for the writer to build their essay by describing their subjects broadly to specifically. Make sure that you don't get off topic when you paraphrase. Even though when you are paragraphing, that does not mean that you can make room to write about subjects that does not tie with the thesis.
In every paper, there needs to be a connection of keywords, ideas, and phrases. Without this connection, your paper will not follow a definitive path, and the reader may not be able to follow what exactly it is you're trying to say or what your argument is. You can include synonyms of previous keywords to connect two different sections of your paper. A question you might have is, when exactly should you repeat these words or phrases? You should try to repeat keywords from your thesis statement in your analysis or any of your topic sentences. This will help the reader remember any important points you made earlier in your paper and help them connect these ideas with the ones they are about to read. A good idea is to make sure you connect ideas while you are deep in your analysis. This will help the reader see that you just aren't rambling on and that you are in fact trying to make a point. While this connection is good, we need to remind ourselves that it is called controlled repetition. My point is that you shouldn't just repeat things randomly. You should only repeat words, ideas, or phrases if you have a legitimate purpose for repeating it. By doing this, you are helping the legitimate controlled repetition stand out. And the ladder of abstraction can help you with moving from general to specific or specific to general ideas. Highest on the ladder is where the most general words, ideas, and phrases, while the most specific words, ideas, and phrases will be at the very bottom of the ladder. Most early drafts tend to be generally high on the ladder of abstraction. While revising, you might want to look at moving lower on the ladder with your paper. Let's go through a simple example of the ladder of abstraction by starting at the top and going lower and lower until we reach the bottom. For example, we have tool, then we have weapon, then gun, then assault rifle, then an automatic assault rifle, then an AK-47, and an AK-47 with a scope attachment. We started with a very general idea at the top of the ladder and eventually got to a very specific one as we reached the bottom of the ladder. Good writing will move up and down the ladder as needed. By implementing this into your writing, you'll be able to make your paper flow better and help you become an easier read.
Visual elements. Visual elements can be used to view data in graphs, or pie charts, or tables, or just allow the reader an opportunity to visualize what you're talking about. They can be a nice finishing touch to a well-written paper. Make sure your picture isn't too big or too small. Make sure you can see the picture. But most importantly, make sure your picture or visual element actually pertains to the topic. Style sheet. Creating a style sheet can be a nice organized way for you to proofread and edit your paper to perfection. Find your common errors and create a checklist for yourself. Remember to review your style sheet checklist for your end paper before submitting a final draft. This will prevent you from making your most common errors and polish your paper to perfection.